Let me talk to you about our top 10 best time tracking software tools. So if you're interested in this topic, here's a review I want you to pay attention to. Number 10, you have Rescue Time. Our score, 7.8 over 10. Rescue Time is kind of cool because it allows you to set goals in a very seamless way. And it is actually a time tracking and management software tool with a focus on boosting productivity and staying focused while you work. And there is a feature within Rescue Time that's really fantastic. That's called Focus Session. And Focus Sessions allows you to keep track of when employees are working and taking breaks. Your employees can actually set goals about how long they like to work, what they would like to work on, and which websites and apps they need to get the job done. So this is really great. And as soon as a focus session begins, the software turns off all notifications and distractions. So this is really good. And employees will then receive real-time alerts to help them stay on track. So this is really cool. And we also love the fact that you are able to have daily summaries, so you have a clear idea where your employees are spending time and on which websites and apps they are working on. So this is really cool. I want you to look right now for me on the screen right now. So here is the pricing as of the date of this show. So the pricing is not really transparent, but you can try a free 2-week trial to see if the software works for you. And then plans will start at $6.50 per month per user. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Number 9, you have Time Doctor, our score, 8 over 10. So when you think about the top 10 best time tracking software, Time Doctor is really good because it is a cloud-based time tracking software with an emphasis on productivity monitoring. Its tools let you analyze how employees manage their time and alert you when they're wasting it. Okay, you can set alerts and reminders to increase productivity by stating the time limit when workers can be idle. Once they exceed that limit, they will receive a pop-up that asks them if they're still working. In the event they do not respond after 1 minute, after 60 seconds, the timer will stop recording. So this is really good. There's also a tool that captures employees' screens at random times so you can see what they're working on. In addition, you can track their website activities to find out if they visit any site that hinder their productivity while they are at work. I want you to look on the screen right now. Here's the pricing for Time Doctor as of the date of this show. Number 8, you have Tracking Time, our score, 8.8 over 10. So when you think about tracking time, think about a tool that's great for small teams. So you are able to have a web-based time tracking solution you can use to manage your projects and collaborate with your team. And its real-time tracker lets you keep tabs on working hours and organize projects, client, and tasks. Okay, so you'll be able to see the work that's currently been completed by your team. It's really good. You can also categorize time as billable or non-billable to get actually insight on how much is spent on administrative tasks such as sending emails and attending meetings. So here, from a revenue generation perspective, this is a cool work stream to look at. Your employees can clock in and out from their mobile devices, tracking time cards or apps such as Slack or Microsoft Teams. In addition, you'll get automatic monthly attendance reports which reveal detailed work schedule and include breaks, overtime, and paid time off. So PTO tracking is really important from a state regulatory perspective, labor law regulatory perspective. So I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is a pricing for Tracking Time as of the date of this show. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about our top 10 best time tracking software. Our top 10 best time tracking software. Number 7, we have Toggle Track. Our score, 8.9 over 10. When you think about Toggle Track, I want you to think about a tool that's constantly been upgraded, constantly been innovated upon. And so formerly Toggle Track is a time tracking app with a generous free plan. If you are a freelancer, solopreneur, or very small business, the free plan is sure to exceed your expectations. We love that a lot. So you're able to track time, not a problem. It's full of basic time tracking features, including a timeline, auto tracker, auto detection, offline time tracking, and weekly reports. And best of all, there are no limits to how many projects you can create or how many clients you can track. Of course, you can enjoy more advanced features if you upgrade to the higher level plans. But the thing is that, several of this include calendar integration. You have project templates, time tracking audits, and priority support. I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is the pricing for Toggle Track as of the date of this show. Number 6, you have Deputy, our score. 9 over 10. So when you think about Deputy, think about a great time tracking software tool, and especially when it comes to being compliant with labor laws. So if you are in states where labor laws are a little stricter than elsewhere, then you want to really use Deputy. And so Deputy has a lot of features around regulatory compliance, but also time tracking, especially when it comes to checking individual employees and also teams. Okay. And the software's time clock app gives managers insight on where employees are so they can ensure the ideal coverage and easily find replacement as needed. There's also a shift scheduling tool to help you comply with federal, state, and local labor laws. Okay, so this is really cool. And so you can schedule required breaks, paid time off, and overtime. Since the app flags missed or unscheduled breaks, you'll be able to easily reduce compliance risks. And Deputy also offers a timesheet feature that can calculate employee wages based on employment contracts or local labor laws. So this is really cool. I want you to look right now for me on the screen. Here is the pricing for a Deputy as of the date of this show. Number 5, you have TimeCamp, our score. 9.2 over 10. So when you think about TimeCamp, I want you to think about a tool that's great for freelancers and contractors. So if you're a freelancer or contractor, you're looking for a time tracking software, think about TimeCamp. It's basically a cloud-based time tracking tool that helps all types of workers, including freelancers and contractors, become more productive. So while you use it to log the time you spend on various tasks and projects, its tracking tool keeps tabs on the apps and websites you visit, and this lets you understand how and where your time is being spent. You have the option to track your time via desktop, Android, or iOS device, plus you can use a Google Chrome extension. In addition, TimeCamp creates attendance reports that clearly display how long you and anyone else you work with worked on any given day. The reports also make it easy to track time by project, client, and task time. So this is really good. Also, TimeCamp integrates very well with accounting tools such as QuickBooks and Xero, so you can track your clients accurately and budget for them accordingly. So I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is the pricing for TimeCamp as of the date of this show. Number 4, you have Paymo, our score. 9.4 over 10. When you think about Paymo, think about a tool that's great for invoicing and billing. So if you're looking for a time tracking software with the focus on invoicing and billing, go with Paymo. And Paymo focuses on time tracking, invoicing, and billing. Each task you create in the software will include a start date, end date, description, expected hours to complete, billing type, and estimated price. You'll be able to actually set alerts when the billable amount of a task is about 90% of the estimate. Once a task is completed, you can create and send an invoice directly from the software. So this is really good. And so what we love about Paymo is that Paymo has Kanban boards that are ideal if you like to streamline workflows and enhance visibility. There are also Gantt charts so you can use to plan, schedule, and monitor every big or small detail of a project. Plus, you can enjoy actionable insights to improve accountability. I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is a pricing for Paymo as of the date of this show. Number 3, you have ClockShark, our score, 9.5 over 10. What we love about ClockShark is that you have the ability to have a tool that's great for construction and field service industries. So the capability is there. And think of ClockShark as a time tracking software for small to mid-sized businesses in the construction and field service industries. It supports 3 clock-in methods, including mobile apps, kiosks, and facial recognition. Thanks to the built-in GPS, you can see where your employees are while they are on the clock. Even if they lose internet connection, your workers can still track their time because the software will save the hours they work and the jobs they completed. Once there is a connection again, the software will sync their data to their account. So this is kind of cool. I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is a pricing for Clock Shark as of the date of this show. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about our top 10 best time tracking software tools. Number 2, you have QuickBooks Time. Our score, 9.7 over 10. So when you think about QuickBooks Time, I want you to think about a tool that's great for mobile workers. And so this is a cloud-based time tracking solution that lets your employees clock in and out from mobile apps and automatically transfer their information to timesheets. So this coordination between the information recorded and timesheets is really great. You can also set custom rules for PTO and time off requests so that they can manage their vacation, sick time, and holidays from the app. Okay. The drag and drop tools are designed to help you build schedules and inform your employees of any open shifts or changes. At the end of the day, you are able to see exactly what was spent and what hours you have to see, what hours you need to track when it comes to billable versus non-billable hours. And also, at the end of the pay period, you will have a record of your employees' hours and can sync it to a payroll software tool for invoicing. So this is really great. I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is a pricing for QuickBooks Time as of the date of this show. Number 1, you have Clockify. Our score, 9.8 over 10. So when you think about Clockify, think about a wonderful time tracking software tool that's really comprehensive. So you have a lot of features. It has a free forever plan that actually offers unlimited tracking for an unlimited number of projects. The summary reports feature displays actually a summary of track time for each day, as well as money earned per project, costs, profits, and estimates. You can filter this charts by clients, projects, tasks completed, and project status. There's also an employee monitoring feature that takes screenshots of your employees' screens as they complete their tasks. If your workforce is remote, you can keep tabs on their GPS locations while they are working at home or in the field. This is really good. Expense tracking and customizable invoices are available as well. So this is really good. And I want you to look right now on the screen for me. Here is a pricing for Clockify as of the date of this show. So you can see that you have a basic plan, a standard plan, a pro plan, and enterprise plan. If you really want to enjoy the benefits that come with Clockify, it's just better to go with a pro plan. I mean, this is the most popular of the plans. This is what our own business clients also use. So we would recommend it to any business, not a problem. Before we close to this conversation, I want to have a general conversation around time tracking software. So we're talking about the best time tracking software, but the thing is, how do you actually identify those top 10 or those like this best for you? First of all, let's talk about what the software really does. Time tracking software helps employers and workers keep track of time spent on various tasks, projects, and other deliverables. You can use it to stay organized, regardless of your industry or job responsibilities. With a quality time tracking solution, you'll find it easy to pinpoint distractions and make smart business decisions that allow you to become more productive and profitable. So when we talk about time tracking software, you have benefits such as increased productivity, you have more accurate coding, you have easier prioritization, you have improved rewards and retention. The thing is, when you talk about the productivity, you're talking about the ability to know exactly how much you can produce within a specific amount of time. And when we talk about more accurate coding, you want to make sure that the code you're giving to a client is in sync with the labor you actually exerted while working. And so the best way to choose time tracking software is to pay attention to a few things. First of all, you need to have a clear idea about the essential features you're looking for. So you need to have things like time tracking, time sheets, reporting, integrations, mobile app also. And also you need to consider your business processes. Do you work in an office or away from the office? Are you a freelancer or solopreneur or a small to medium-sized business with employees? Do you use a project management app such as Trello or Asana? How do you communicate with your employees and clients? Those processes, or the answers to those questions will actually inform what kind of time tracking software, if any, you should get. And you need to think about whether you want a standalone software tool or you want to have a suite of software tools. Because, see, should you go with a suite such as Zoho, or should you go with a standalone software tool such as Time Doctor? So those are really important elements to think about, right? Suite versus standalone. Let me give you a few pro tips here. So when we talk about time tracking software, it's really important to understand that you got to pay attention to the cost, of course, because cost actually plays a quite essential role when it comes to your budgeting. But cost is not the only one. Cost is not the only criterion. If you actually make a decision based solely on cost, you risk being wrong across the board, because at the end of the day, cost is there, but the most important thing is what value is the software adding to your operation. If you are actually deriving value from specific software, then it's really worth it, right? It's really worth it. If the ROI is positive, if the ROI is triple digits, then it's really worth it for you to actually consider specific software to kind of help you out. The most important element is you have to think about ROI, so value added. You have to think about your team's capabilities. So before you actually implement software, you got to see how your team is going to react. Now, some software are kind of easy, quote unquote, easy to install and set up. Others are really complicated. And I'm not even talking about the learning curve. I mean, so it can be complicated a software tool can be complicated to install, but also complicated to learn. So you have a steep learning curve at the beginning here. So those are important elements you have to pay attention to. So the features you want to look for when it comes to time tracking software, pay attention to things like clock in, clock out, invoicing, scheduling, alerts, time management. Think about multiple billing capabilities. Think about stuff like having a mobile app. Those are important elements. And when we talk about additional features, think about stuff like reporting, real-time project dashboards, automatic time capture, and automated reminders. Those are important elements, okay? And also, to actually make the best decisions for you, think about third-party ratings and reviews. Pay attention to things that really matter to you in terms of the expertise of shows like this one, where our team spend months, if not years, researching time tracking software tools. Okay, and you want to read articles around the subject. So at least the bottom line here is for you to have a great roundup of the best tools right now in the industry, so you have a clear idea what you get yourself into if you were to decide to actually sign up for a time tracking software tool. Before I do a recap here, I want to share with you our approach when it comes to time tracking software. And basically, we have a methodical approach on this show when it comes to categorizing, listing, and evaluating time tracking software tools. Check this out right now. All right, let's do a quick recap here. Number one, we have Clockify, 9.8 over 10. Number two, we have QuickBooks Time, 9.7 over 10. Number three, you have ClockShark, 9.5 over 10. Number four, you have Paymo, 9.4 over 10. Number five, you have TimeCamp, 9.2 over 10. Number six, you have Deputy, 9 over 10. Number seven, you have Toggle Track, 8.9 over 10. Number eight, Tracking Time, 8.8 over 10. Number nine, Time Doctor, 8 over 10. Number 10, last but not the least, Rescue Time, 7.8 over 10. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.